This podcast contains explicit language, adult themes, graphic content, and topics that could be triggering. Listener's discretion is advised.
Dun dun!
Can we just talk about for a second the fact that on the way over here, driving, I'm pretty sure I saw a pair of human hands on the side of the road.
That's wild.
I don't want to say no, but I kind of want to say yes.
Okay, like, realistically, it's probably a pair of gloves.
Those
Okay.
leather gloves that are for work.
Well, they were thick.
Or sheepskin gloves.
They were thick gloves.
And usually those hold their
shape,
yeah,
right?
they hold their shape. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's winter right now, but like, why would you?
And they could be frozen. They could have gotten wet, and someone take them off.
Yeah,
And,
and they
down,
weren't
hold
like,
their
you know
shape.
how gloves are like connected usually like this. Well, they were like this.
Yeah.
One like off to the side, and the other one turned. They were like that, and they were skin colored. Like they looked
find
like
out.
skin. So
We're gonna find out. It's
they're.
okay.
I'm hoping they were just gloves. They were
Did you
just
get his
gloves.
phones off?
They were gloves. They were gloves. They were gloves. They were gloves. They were gloves.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
low-key kind of hope they were hands.
No.
I kind of hope we solve a murder or something.
That's been my life dream, honestly. So if I can't go on a magical adventure and befriend a dragon, then I'm gonna solve a murder.
Let's ask the tarot cards if they were hands.
Okay.
Again, tarot cards.
I love my tarot cards.
Dude, tarot cards keep calling me out, and Lindy.
They called me out so hard, dude. They were literally just like, calm the fuck down. Just fucking wait, goddammit.
Be patient.
It's gonna happen. Just wait. God.
When I got my reading, they were literally like, you need to quit holding your fucking self back, you little bitch. Just fucking do it. And I was like, oh. And then it also called me out for my shopping addiction.
Yeah,
So.
but that was more very low-key on the shopping addiction. And
Yeah.
It was more of, you're holding yourself back. Stop it. You're in control. Just fucking do it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was my reading, basically.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's a good thing to have, though. I have a horrible shopping addiction, too, though.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. I'm trying to go this whole month without spending money on home decor or clothes. So.
That's what I need to tell myself. Don't buy any more clothes, goddammit.
No more clothes.
I bought a belt the other day. It was a fucking $20 belt. Why did I do that? Because it had Anarchy symbols on it. Do
Worth
I
it.
regret it? No.
Worth
Should
it.
I have done it? Probably not. Would I have done it again? Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
I'm a bit upset though, because in the description it was like lots of little peep vibes, ha ha ha, and I'm like, no, no, I am a punk. I respect anarchy.
Wow.
So that was a TikTok reference.
I don't get it.
Yesterday, Lindy and I went thrift shopping because I needed to get some stuff for our show, and I spent too much money.
You only bought 2 things.
I did not. I bought 4 things.
Wait. You got 2 shirts.
I got 2 shirts, and then I got one
and
pair
2
of fishnets, and then one pair of fishnets that didn't fit.
Oh, they didn't.
Can
No.
you return them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can return tights or leggings.
I don't know how you.
Especially
Well,
for a
leggings
thrift
you can
store.
return, but
Mm.
like from a thrift store.
Actually,
Oh, if
it
it's
is
from
a thrift store. Just be like, yeah, I've worn these for years. Don't wear them anymore.
Just donate them.
Donate them back. They might pay you. I don't know.
I don't think they would.
They used to do this thing where they did like the tax something, help give something off your taxes if you donated.
Tax write-off.
Yeah, tax write-off.
Well, a lot of the times what you do to like
They don't
thrift
do that
stores,
anymore.
especially this particular one that we went to, is you sell them your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So like they buy your clothes off of you, and then they turn around and resell them.
Yeah, but the tights that they have are in they're in the boxes still.
They're not pre-owned.
Yeah, they're like brand new.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would take them
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they don't have like a section for socks. That's where they would be.
Probably. Yeah.
Anyway, what's up, witches?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm Lana Rain.
I'm Melissa Jade.
Today we don't have a theme because we got confused.
Melissa fucked up.
So, I didn't have an idea for any story, so I asked Melissa, and Melissa is very prepared and has like a huge list of stories.
And the internet told me wrong, and I put our stories under the wrong categories, or Lana's story specifically under the wrong category, because I was dumb and didn't read the story.
Yeah, so it was gonna be revenge, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be revenge.
But my story doesn't have any revenge in it, so our story is just...
We're having fun.
Yeah, our story's theme is
Chaos.
chaos.
Yeah, that works.
Anarchy.
Anarchy! Okay. I'm first today. And I'm gonna do Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Oh shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone fucking knows the story.
I want some porridge.
Some fucking porridge.
Dude, fuck porridge.
Is porridge just oatmeal?
I think
It's like
porridge is
really-
like grainy, milky oatmeal, but
Is
not
it, is it
oatmeal.
like what do they call it, grits?
Kinda.
It's like that, but like super soupy.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Dude, I'm down.
No.
Yeah.
I'd eat it.
It's plain and bland.
Well, you add cinnamon, you add a little honey.
Yeah,
a
but they
little peanut
didn't
butter.
back in the day. They didn't do that shit. They just ate it.
Well, yeah, but everything back in the day sucked ass.
Yeah.
Especially
True.
if it's like of English origins.
Oh, yeah.
Where they were just like, put salt on it. It'll taste great.
That's
Not
how
even
most white
that.
people are now. They're just like, yeah,
It's
just put some
because-
salt on it.
That's because
No,
most white people have English origins.
But, like, most white people only put a teeny bit of salt. They don't even put enough. And I'm just like,
they
God
just use,
damn.
like normal salt. They don't pink Himalayan sea salt or like.
I like
you know?
sea salt, but pink Himalayan salt, that's too much sometimes.
Dude, I fucking love that on vegetables and with butter and oh man,
I would fucking fuck pink Himalayan salt.
dude,
It's
I'm
too
right
much
there with you,
sometimes, but it's a lot. Like, a little bit, it goes a lot. Like, a lot. Blah, blah, blah,
A
blah.
long way.
See,
Yeah.
I'm the type of person who likes a little too much salt on my stuff, but I also have health issues where my body doesn't retain salt anyways.
Oh my
So,
god, my little brother and my big brother both had that when they were kids.
Yeah, yeah. It's part of the reason why I used to pass out so much is because like salt in your body absorbs water to hydrate you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you don't have salt in your body, you're not absorbing water. It's just washing through you, so you're dehydrated AF.
Yeah.
So like the doctor specifically was like, just put a salt shaker in front of your plate every time you eat and just add it to everything.
Oh, God.
Add a little more than you think you need, and I'm just like, okay. And I love salt.
Dude, so my little brother, well, first of all, my big brother, you know those like snap packets of salt that they used to have at every restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So he used to take those and just eat them.
I would do it.
And then my little brother used to take shot glasses, because my mom collects them. He used to take shot glasses, fill them full of salt, and just do like shots of salt.
Oh, that's a little
I
harsh at
can't.
one time. I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can spread it out.
Yeah,
but
no, he used to just eat little shot glasses of salt all the time.
Way to go, bro.
Gross.
Yeah, gross.
That's really gross.
I was telling him that he used to do that, and he doesn't remember it because he used to do it when he was like 3 or 4. Like, he was little when he
Yeah.
did it.
Mhm.
And he was like, oh, well, I'm going to do that right now. And we were at a restaurant, and he just took a bunch of salt and put it in his hand and straight up just like ate it. And then he was like, oh no, that's too much. That's too salty. And I'm like, yeah, that was dumb.
Ew.
Me and my friend, we started doing it as a joke, but then like it kind of became fun. We used to go get sugar packets from like coffee shops or whatever, gas
Like the little
stations.
sweet and low packet
Yeah, like
thing.
the
Yeah.
little, but like actual sugar, not
Yeah.
not the stevia or the sweetener. No, sugar. I preferred the yellow one. I can't remember what it's called, like the cane sugar. But she thought that was gross. Whatever. But we used to do sugar shots.
Nice.
And then we had a contest one night. We got a shit ton of sugar packets, and we're like, all right, let's see who can take the most. And we
Jesus
just, like,
Christ.
we had
That's
a
a
whole
lot.
table full of sugar packets, and we just kept going through them.
That's also how you get really, really bad dreams and diabetes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I've already got a suspicion that I have diabetes, and I've always had bad dreams anyway, so it's fine.
You're like, everything's fine.
It's okay.
No
Everything's
worries. We're all good
okay.
here.
But yeah, porridge is gross. So my sources are Wikipedia, usually, and alcation.com, YouTube channel, De Rosette Myers. I don't know how to say his name.
Sick.
But yeah. Anyways, so some history on Goldilocks. So there's a lot of versions of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Most of us know the famous one with the little blonde girl who goes into a family of bears' home and eats their food and sleeps in their beds, gets the itis, and, all that fun jazz. And then she runs away when they get home and find out it was her. And that's, a popular version, but it's not the original, and the original's quite disturbing.
Sick.
And there was another one before that people thought was the original, and it was published in 1837 by Robert Southey. And that's Southey. I'm not even kidding.
Mr. Southey?
Mr. Southey. But when the 20th century came around, an older version, just by a few years, actually was found out, and it was published in 1831. So that's, 6 years before?
Yeah.
By Eleanor Muir for her nephew's 4th birthday.
Oh, God.
And when I'm going to read her version of the story, so when you realize why she gave this to a 4-year-old, you're gonna be like, why would you give that to a 4-year-old? But anyways, it's weird. Okay, I'm gonna start it right meow. Okay, so somewhere in the forest, 3 bachelor bears, not a family of bears, 3 bachelor bears, kind of like 3 Bears. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show.
No.
It was on Cartoon Network when they had like a panda, a brown bear, and a polar bear living together.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm explaining it. If you don't, it's yeah.
Sorry.
It was on Cartoon Network, and I think it's still around. But yeah, they had like 3 bears living together, and they could talk. So that's what I'm kind of picturing in this story.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Do you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. I thought it was funny because it was weird. But also those bears, if you don't know, in real life are varying in sizes, so that helps with the story. They're different sizes. I believe polar bears are the biggest.
Wait, in the show or in this story?
No, in the story. In the show, they're actually like all the same size, which is weird. But yeah, in the story and in real life, these bears are different sizes.
So wait, in the story, are they like a polar bear, a panda bear, and a brown bear?
Yeah, let's just picture it that way, because they're bachelor bears. They're not a family of bears.
Okay.
So, they're different sizes. And I just hit the mic. I apologize. But yeah, so they got sick of living in dens and caves, and they wanted to buy a house.
Same.
So they went and bought a house.
Me currently.
Yeah, me right now. I'm just like, I want a house.
Get a house.
Okay,
Yes, let's do it.
Cool.
let's just go steal one.
Okay, I'm down with that too. Let's go squat in an empty house.
Yes.
Let's go take that empty Payless down the street. and
Yes!
just run it in the house.
Yes. But yeah, one day, while they were, trying to get settled in their house, an old woman named Silverhair,
That's a great name.
Wow.
or as you know her in more modern stories, as the little girl Goldilocks.
Oh, shit.
So in this story,
Silver
She's
and
a-
gold are not the same color.
yeah, well, she wasn't a Goldilocks for a long time. In fact, Goldilocks wasn't even used until 1904. So the original story, she was an old woman called Silverhair because she had silver hair.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so she was an old woman, not a kid?
No, she's an old woman.
Dude, this old woman's like, I'm gonna be nervy today and blame it on Alzheimer's.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be a real Karen today, actually.
She's gonna talk to your manager.
Yep. Anyways, so back to Silverhair. She went to the bear's home to greet them, into the new part of the forest neighborhood. So, she wanted to go into their home.
Oh, she being Snoopy.
And she wanted to be given a tour of the home and, see
she
what...
being Snoopy.
Right? And she wanted to see what they had done with the place. And they were like, hey, we aren't really settled right now, so maybe come back later. And this pissed her off. She was mad. She was like, what? You're not going to
tell
let me?
No?
Yeah, you're not going to let me into your home?
Strangers?
Yeah. But she was super mad, so she left pissed off and thought she was entitled to go into their house. She's like, fine, I'll come back later. Wink, 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 wink.
Okay, but like, on some level, I totally get her because like that when I'm driving in like rich neighborhoods, I'm like, I wish I could just go in their house and look at everything.
I'm just like, please, just
That's how I feel.
invite me into your home.
That's how I feel when I'm up in the avenues where there's all those older buildings.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I really want to know how creepy the inside is.
That's why me and my husband go on dates where we go on. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Rently.
Yeah, I think.
And
that's
you
what were telling
fucking
me.
all you have to do is enter a code and your information. I think you have to pay 99 cents. And you fucking get a code and you're able to get in their lockboxes and look around the house and take a tour.
Yeah.
Well, we go on dates where we do that, and we have found so many houses that have murder rooms.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
they straight up look like. We went to one house. It was up in the avenues, and it fucking had. So you walk down these weird, tiny stairs, like so narrow, so steep, so creepy, right? And then you look look at this thing, and it looks like a fucking bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
But we opened the cabinets because we're Snoopy. We opened the cabinets, and it's a door to another room. So we're like, oh my god, this is so cool. We go in there. There's a fucking cement-lined wall with hooks.
What?
All down both sides.
What?
Both sides. And in the middle of the room, it was a light bulb with a chain.
Oh no.
And the chain, the fucking, at the bottom was a little skull head.
What?
It was terrifying.
Okay, hear me out. Because of the way you described that light, like I didn't think about this when you guys went. What if that was actually used to do like satanic rituals?
It could have been.
It seems like it at this
There
point.
was hooks on the fucking wall. And then you walk to the other side of the room, because we're white. We don't care about danger, you know? We're like, we're just going to get murdered. It's fine. So we walk to the other side of the room, and then you open this other door, and it opens up to a completely different apartment. Luckily, the whole thing was like, you're supposed to look at the whole thing, not just, you know? Because we've been in houses where they're like, this part of the basement is a different house. Do not come in here. Like, they usually put up signs and the door is locked. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Someone lives there. Well, no one lived in and it was a teeny tiny, you know, like, it was like like the servant area.
Like servant quarters?
Yeah, servant quarters. And I was like, okay, listen, this house is fucking old as hell.
Oh, no.
I bet that fucking room with the chains and the fucking, not chains, the hooks on the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And this is the servant quarters.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
they
not
used
good.
the room to torture the bad servants.
Yeah! And not even, like,
Oh.
the bad, air quotes,
Yeah.
the bad servants.
Right.
Like, I guarantee that's what it fucking was.
How dare you have only cooked me 3 pies today, woman? I gave you
3
2 hours.
pies?
I asked for 10.
You
I don't know.
stupid bitch!
No.
Go sit on the hook.
That's not good.
Go sit on the hook.
You're
Ew.
in the hook room tonight.
That's a metaphor for, like, a weirdly shaped penis.
Ew.
I'm just kidding, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to know something I learned today?
Yes.
So you know how we were at the wood store, right?
Yes.
And they have penis and vagina shaped candles.
Yeah.
I learned, and I didn't know this, that those are actually used, like they're shaped like that on purpose, for sex spells.
Nice.
I need one.
No, actually, it doesn't work like that. You can't will people to unconsently, unknowingly, you can't just be like, this person's gonna have sex with me, go magic, you know?
No,
I just kind of want to have sex. I don't care with who.
There's a thing called escorts.
I know, I should join it.
Support your sex workers.
Sex work is real work.
It is.
It's just not work that I'd be good at.
True. Same. Lindy's like, yeah, no, absolutely not.
Not for me. But you know what? Neither is being a doctor, and that's necessary, so.
But yeah. So she's like, I'll come back later. And, you know, in a bad way. But she left.
Later in a bad way.
She'll come back later in a bad way. She left, and the bears were just chilling, and they started to get hungry. So they made some porridge. But actually, in this version, she calls it milk. Like, she calls it milk. And I don't know why.
Well, maybe they just wanted some warm milk.
Yeah.
This milk out of a bowl real quick.
But I'm going to call it porridge because it just makes more sense to me.
Well, have you ever seen Old Yeller?
No.
Oh. Well, in Old Yeller, there's a scene where, I can't remember which kid it is. I think it's the little brother. He's eating food with the puppy at the table and letting him eat out of the bowl.
Yeah.
And it's just like a bowl of milk and bread is what it looks like.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's actually something my dad used to eat a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he likes to pour milk in a cup or something and then tear up little pieces of bread and put them in, and then just like kind of stir them in a little bit, and then just like eat it like that.
It's almost like bread pudding.
Kinda.
A little bit. But just more milk than bread. But yeah, so they made porridge, and I'm going to call it porridge in this just because it makes more sense to me.
Deal.
But y'all know it's milk. Anyways, it was way too hot. They were just like, shit, I can't eat this. I'm going to burn my tongue.
Linda yesterday on her tea.
Right.
I still can't feel my tongue.
Where you get like that weird burn spot anytime you like drink lemonade or something. Ugh. Anyways. So yeah, they sat down, they tried to eat it, but they couldn't. It was just too hot, and they don't have a fridge. So they decided to take a walk while it cooled off. You know, getting that evening walk in and everything. But while they were gone, old Silverhair came back. And she was being real snoopy. Like, super snoopy. And she was looking in through the keyhole of their door and saw that they weren't home. So instead of leaving, she opened the door and went inside. That's breaking and entering.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's a crime.
I'm gonna start doing it, and then when the cops are like, "You can't do that," I'm like, "But Silverhair did."
But Silverhair did.
Well, you don't want to know what happened to Silverhair because she did.
That's a fucking felony.
Yeah,
So.
you can go to prison.
Fuck.
She went into the kitchen and saw the 3 bowls varying in size, full of porridge. I keep hitting the mic. Fuck, I'm sorry. But anyways, she saw the different bears, for the different bears. And she decided to help herself to the food. She's like, I'm just going to eat your guys' food. She started with the largest bowl. It was way too hot. So she went to the medium bowl. It was still too hot. So she moved on to the smallest bowl. And it was just right.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, because it cools off faster.
Yep.
Small bowl's mine.
But yeah, so she ate the whole bowl. The whole small bowl. And then she was just like, I'm going to do a little more exploring since I'm here. And she went into their little sitting room area, and there was 3 chairs in different sizes again. And she was like, she was kind of like me when I go to furniture stores and sits on everything. So she sat on them all. She sat on the biggest one first, and it was just too big. She couldn't get out of it. It wasn't easy. So she moved on to the medium one. It was still too big. And she's like, I just need one that fits perfectly. So she went and sat on
Why do you need something that fits perfectly in someone
Right?
else's home, you dumb bitch?
Well, just wait. So she went and sat on the smallest one, and she was like, this fits just right. So she started jumping up and down on it and broke the bottom out.
What the hell?
Right? How rude is she? Like,
That's what you do on a bed, not a chair.
Well, she
dumbass.
did it on a chair and broke it, and probably on purpose.
The fuck? She's like, this chair's perfect. I'm gonna break it so that they can't have it.
Yeah, so they
Create
can't have nice
something
things.
beautiful and destroy it.
God damn it, Karen.
You dumb old Silverhair. Well, when she was done destroying the bear's house, she went to their bedroom and saw 3 different sizes of beds. So, like, maybe like a king, a queen, and a
So like
twin.
They all had the same bedroom.
Yeah, they all slept in the same bedroom.
Bachelor bears, they're like fucking Guidos.
Yeah, they do what they want. Maybe
They
there's
gotta share bedrooms, Lindy.
but maybe there's only 1 room in the house too. So, 1 bedroom.
Guidos share bedrooms. Why can't they?
It's fine.
I mean, they only shared at the shore house, but yeah.
Maybe this is their shore house.
Maybe you fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't judge them, Lindy.
They're bachelors.
Jersey
Let them do
Shore-
what they want.
Jersey Shore for the bears.
But yeah, so there's probably like a king, a queen, and like a twin size bed. So she went to the largest one first, and it was way too hard. Like, it was a really hard bed, and she was like, I don't like this. And so she laid on the medium sized one next, and it was way too soft. Like, she sunk right in and
Nice.
almost disappeared. I kind of like
That's
a mixture.
What I want.
Yeah. So she went to the small one right after that, and it was just right. It was like that perfect bed,
It was
perfect
like a
for
purple
you.
mattress.
Yeah, perfect
Sponsored
for you.
by Purple. This podcast is sponsored by Purple. I don't have any of their mattresses, but I really want one. So, sponsor us.
Please sponsor us.
And give me
I would like a mattress.
Yeah, give me a free mattress.
I need one.
Either fucking, what's it called? There's Casper, there's Purple, there's...
Those are the important ones.
Those are the ones that I hear most on podcasts.
I think there's like, yeah, just those two. This is what I mainly
Casper
hear.
sponsor us, because I wanted one of your mattresses, but I didn't get one because we ended up finding a free one. And it was an IntelliBed, so I'm not mad. Sponsor us! Give us a free mattress!
Thanks.
Please. So when she lied on the smallest one, it was just right. You know, perfect bed.
When she lied on it.
Yeah, she lied
She
on
was
it.
telling lies.
She
Why
was.
the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying! God damn it, Silverhair. Don't lie.
Okay. So she passed out on the bed, and
She got the itis.
yeah, she got the food-itis and destroying the house-itis.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, how you do.
yeah. Meanwhile, while the bears were walking on their way, almost
were
done,
what?
they were walking home from their distance, and then they walked back. I don't know, from point A to point B.
From point A to
They're
point
probably
B,
at the bar
back
now.
to
They're
point
bringing
A.
back their bear babes. You know.
Bear
Yeah.
babes! I love
They're
that!
bringing them back. Well, I don't think they have anyone because they got a little busy when they got home.
Oh.
Yeah, not in that way, you guys. Oh my god, let me fucking do this. So the largest bear came in the house first and was like, something's weird, something's off. Then they all came in and was like, yeah, something doesn't feel right in here. The largest bear saw someone eating part of his porridge. And the medium bear was like, yo, someone's eating part of mine too. It's like partially gone.
Should we give them names?
I don't know.
Like Vinny, Tony, and what's a small name?
Vinny, Polly, and Mike.
There you go.
That works.
Actually, sorry, that's wrong.
Largest.
It's gonna be Ronnie's the largest,
Okay.
Polly's the medium sized, and Vinny's the smallest. Mike sucks.
Okay. Vinny.
Mike is Silverhair.
Since Vinny is the smallest, he was like, someone ate all of my porridge. All of it. Y'all only got partial of yours gone. Mine's all gone.
I feel like I would, if I came into my house and someone had eaten my food without me knowing.
Yeah.
I would much rather that food be gone than partially gone, because I'm like, what did you do to it?
Why is it poisoned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is there something wrong with this? But yeah. Then they were just like, the rest of our house seems off too. Like a little bit destroyed, a little bit, not looking great after we just moved in and got barely settled. So, they went to their little sitting area and they noticed their chairs had been sat on. And Polly was the smallest one, right?
No, Vinny is.
Vinny is the smallest one. And he was like, yeah, well, someone broke mine. So.
So, here's the thing. I can't tell if someone sat on my shit. So how the fuck?
Maybe she left, like, grease stains on the
Ew!
chair or
A
something.
greasy ass.
She got a fucking greasy ass. Greasy ass.
So they probably could tell by that. But obviously Vinny could tell because his was broken. It was his favorite chair. He's like, what the hell? Why is my chair broken?
Poor Vinny.
Right?
Dude, it's always Vinny.
Well,
he's
it
the
gets
nicest
even
guy.
worse. So they heard someone snoring like a bear. That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
It's alright, I forgive you.
I don't want to be forgiven. I need to be punished. But anyways,
Yes, Daddy! No! I'm sorry. You walked into it.
I know. I did it on purpose. They get it. Yeah, wait.
What?
I put the joke in here and then I started reading it and made no sense.
They get it?
No.
You
no,
put in that we got the
No,
joke?
I read that wrong too. Like, I tried to read the joke.
Are you sure you didn't put a note in? They get the joke.
No, but I do put lots of notes in my shit, and that wasn't one of them. So what I put was, they heard someone snoring like a bear, and then I put, haha, get it? Because they're bears, ha ha ha.
Okay.
And then I accidentally read it wrong.
They get the joke, and then I move on, telling
Lana
the rest of
and
my
Lindy
story.
got the joke. Yes.
Perfect.
I'm gonna move on now. I'm gonna start putting shit like that in my notes now. Actually, I have put stuff like that in my
I've put in jokes that are like, insert smiley face emoji, and then put in a smiley face.
Yeah, but like last week, remember insert
Insert historical fact.
Yeah,
Insert Stort.
Historic.
Dude, this shirt smells like incense. I didn't wash it.
What kind of incense? There's different smelling incense.
Oh, like the one that smells like dragon blood.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Okay. Okay.
Smell like a witch.
So they went to their room because they heard the snoring, and saw old Silverhair sleeping in Vinny's bed.
Dude,
Yeah.
imagine your fucking crazy ass neighbor. You come home, your house is destroyed, your food's eaten, and then you find your crazy ass neighbor in your bed.
Sleeping.
What the fuck?
Right?
Murder!
I'd lose my shit, dude. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And wake them up, you know? And
Well,
like,
you're pretty close,
what
Lana.
you doing in my fucking house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're pretty close when you say murder. They all
Jesus, no.
stood over her. A child.
Judith, no!
They all stood over her and were just watching her, and then they started growling. And she woke up and was like, "Oh shit, hey guys, it's a funny story. I destroyed all your shit." And they were pissed, and I
Yeah.
don't blame them.
I'd be pissed too.
Yeah. And they basically had enough of her shit. They grabbed her before she could escape,
Cool.
and this is where shit's gonna get real.
Cool.
They tried to drown her,
Nice.
but that would not kill her.
What?
So they tried lighting her on fire,
Oh my god!
and
my
that
shit.
didn't kill her.
Holy
witch.
shit!
She's
Yeah.
a witch.
She's a
Well,
straight up
just wait.
witch.
I've got a historical fact at the end that I inserted.
That she's a witch.
We'll find out.
She's a witch.
She's a witch.
So they impaled her on a church steeple.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah, she's a
Instead-
satanic witch.
And so, that was super happy, and they didn't have to deal with her anymore, and so was the rest of the neighborhood, apparently, because she was a menace to everybody.
Yeah, I can tell.
Wait, so did
And
the
even
church
her
people kill
own
her?
family wanted to put her in prison.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So wait, did the church people kill her?
yeah, it
Yeah.
killed her.
Oh.
So my historical fact is, the theory is that she was a witch.
For sure. For sure.
Faux show.
Like, for sure.
Like if you
My
drown
guy?
him and she's like, "Ha, I'm breathing. I just did a spell." And then they're like, "Fine, we'll burn you." And she's like, "Ha, I'm a witch, bitch. Get the fuck out of
But
here."
apparently, no,
then
it's
you
not
put
a
her on
spell.
God,
It
it's like,
says
fuck.
witches can't drown or whatever.
Interesting. I need to get into more
Witches
magic.
float or some shit like
yeah.
that.
If
That's
witches
a lie.
float, oh god.
I float.
Witches are mermaids.
But this is that's just the weird shit, that excuse shit. Because either they can't swim and then they drowned, or they swim out of the pond and then they burn you at the stake. So that's what they used to
So-
do in medieval times.
See, I thought witches melted when you dumped water on them, but
Well, that's holy water.
Yeah.
that is not
Medieval
how they did it
times.
in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but Wizard of Oz isn't, completely accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Okay, Lindy.
Okay, Lindy. Lindy, okay. Okay, Lindy. Go off.
Go out, girl. Go out, sis. You got it.
Yeah, take a house, you drop it on a witch, you steal her shoes. That's how you kill her. you got another witch.
Yeah,
Like,
take a
the fuck
house.
you just do to my sister? And you're like, well, I don't have another house to drop on you, so I gotta give me a minute. Find some water. Dump it on her. She sizzles to nothing, and like her monkeys are like, wow, we're free. Cool.
Sick. You also find
Yeah.
another witch there who's like, yo, what's up? I'm a good witch. I'm fucking cute as hell. I come down in a bubble. She came down in a bubble, dog. Are you gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Grow up.
What is that from?
I don't know. It's a
'Cause
video.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
find it.
isn't that the Vine where the guy's like talking
It's-
about Wicked or whatever?
It's not a vine, but yes.
Also, another theory.
She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog.
Yeah, another theory besides the witch theory, because it was silver hair. They said that she could be a fox as well,
What?
because there's one in another story.
Like a silver fox?
Uh,
She's actually a
well,
really
no,
hot
like
woman.
there's silver foxes. That's an actual color of a fox.
Yeah, but
But it's
an old,
also a
sexy
reference.
man.
It's
Yes.
also a reference to women, because women are called foxy.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay.
So
Hold on. Her sister was a witch.
Right?
And what was her
He has a switchblade. Down in a bubble, dog. Grow up, dog.
Wait, what are they fighting about,
there's
though?
That was definitely
there's
the
no-
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, there's no previous context, but it is the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, well, I get that, but it's just like,
What was her sister? A princess! She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble.
but she was also
You're gonna look
a
at me and
witch.
you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
I'm so confused.
God, I love that.
I love that one, too, though. That one's funny.
I like that. I never noticed before. He pulls out a fucking switchblade and he's like, I'm gonna kill him. And then he walks over to him with a fucking knife. Jesus Christ.
That's intense.
I fucking love that video so much. My story is The Seven Crows, which I had never heard of.
Wow.
So my sources are pitt.edu, wishfairy.com, Wikipedia, and wishfairy is spelled F-A-E-R-Y. So I don't know if that...
F-A what?
F-A-E-R-Y.
What?
I thought it was weird. Speaking of fairies, Lindy got a reading yesterday from a guy that fucking talks to fairies.
Yeah, he works with fairy magic. It was really cool.
Super dope. What did he say? It was like the end of April and May.
Mayday.
May Day.
Or it has another word I can't remember how to pronounce.
I can't
Is
remember
it the solstice? The spring
Yeah.
solstice?
Yeah.
Well, it has another name, but yes. And it's when the fairy realm
Is the thinnest.
between ours.
Yeah, between ours and the fairy.
Oh,
realm.
I actually know the name, and I can't...
It starts with a B.
Yeah.
It's like oyster or something.
I don't remember, but I totally remember because I was looking at their bookshelf while we were waiting for him, and there was a book about it. And then he said that, and I was like, where have I heard that before? Oh, yeah, the bookshelf, like 10 minutes ago.
Like 5 seconds ago. 10 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So this is the Brothers Grimm story from when they existed. I don't have any good history on it because it's
The Brothers Grimm's the best history.
yeah. So it's just, it's from them. So there was this peasant man who had 7 sons but no daughter, and him and his wife really, 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 really wanted a baby girl, which is kind of interesting because it's kind of reversed from like most fairy tales where they're like, oh, I want a baby boy, I want a baby boy, I want a baby boy. But
Well, especially in the historic time period of where it is.
Yeah.
Everything was so male dominated that they were like, we gotta have males only.
yeah,
Yeah.
just fucking like Gaston, while the little boys play with the dogs on the floor. Like that's all they wanted. They just wanted men, strapping young men like me.
It's like, but what?
It's just like, can we get some equal representation? No? Okay. Whatever, it's cool. Anyway,
Fine.
so they really, really want a daughter. So they start fucking. And then
Whoa.
wifey gets pregnant again. This is their 8th child.
That poor woman.
This poor woman has had so many babies and none of them have been girls. She just wants a baby girl.
That sucks.
Dude, if I was 7 children in and still not getting it, I would either adopt or just be like, whatever. I can just have a gay son or something. I don't, like...
You're just like, it's cool, whatever.
Maybe one of them will be gay and I can do their hair or something. I don't know.
Maybe I'll just have one that, will let me do their hair. Because most of the time when, like, most of the women I know, I don't really want kids. Like, it just doesn't... Maybe I'll change my mind eventually one day, but, like, right now I'm just like, ew, they're sticky, they're gross. I don't like... If you couldn't tell from this podcast, I am not a fan of children.
I'm not either.
Fuck them kids. They're sticky and they're loud and annoying. I don't want them. I don't like them.
See, I'm torn between, like, I kind of do want one, but I also really don't. And I really don't want to give birth to one.
Same.
But I kind of want, like, if I'm going to have a kid, I want it to be my own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
But I've also kind of thought about a lot lately, like, fostering, like, 6 and up aged
Yeah.
kids.
My aunt actually did that, and she mostly had little boys and stuff. I think she fostered from 9 to 18, and the last, like, family of children that she had, they were horrible and terrifying. The oldest kid, he fucking put a knife to her neck.
Holy
and
shit.
the little, well, not little girl, she was 16. She tried to go to the state and say that my uncle was molesting her and that my aunt was fucking abusing her. They were
See, but
so
the
fucked.
sad thing about that is it's probably because they've spent their whole life in foster care.
Well, they didn't. So this family, they had these kids. They had never been in school. They grew up basically homeless, and the parents would have the kids go and beg for money. They would have them steal stuff, and that's how they fucking lived.
Oh, well, that explains it all.
Yeah, so when they got into foster care, they were like, fuck you, I'm old enough, like, this is how I've grown up, this is my life, this is what I know, this is what I like. Like, I don't like structure, I want to be free, I want to do my own shit. And so when they were in the foster care, like, the two youngest boys, they were little, I think one of them was 4.
Wow.
And the other one was 6. And they didn't separate any of the kids, which is good, but
That's
also
good.
not good. Because then the little boys, they were like, no, we want to stay, we want to stay, we want to stay. And my aunt was like, I'm sorry, like, your brother literally put a knife to my fucking neck, like, I can't.
Yeah.
And she was going to lose her license to foster the kids because the state was like, they're not going to disbelieve these children who have been through so much.
Yeah.
They're going to look into it, they're going to investigate, which is good. So they fucking almost got her license taken away, and my aunt was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. She did it for like 18 years too.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And now she's doing this thing where it's basically foster care for kids who are too old for foster care, but like they either have mental issues so they can't hold down a job, maybe they have like autism, or like they're too old to take care of themselves, like my grandpa who just passed away. He was 90 years old, couldn't take care of himself, so it's basically like their last resort type of thing. So it's like foster care but for adults, which is super fucking cool. And she's starting that. Like, she's making history right now doing that.
Yeah.
She's so cool. God, I love my aunt. What's up, Vicky? I know you don't listen because it cusses, but like, what's up? Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying.
So
The little girl, they want a little girl.
Oh, that's right. So they fuck. She gets pregnant. She finally has a little girl.
Yeah.
Took her long enough.
Right? But when the baby is born, she's super tiny. She's really sickly. And the dad is like, fuck! Like, they just got this little girl and she's gonna die.
Just nourish her, bro.
Well, sometimes that's not an option.
Yeah, but like, do it anyways.
Do it anyways. So he's like, fuck, she's not gonna be able to make it. Like, and she needs to be baptized so that she can go to heaven when she dies. So that in the afterlife we can meet up and be like, hey, yo, what up?
Yeah.
And so he sends all 7 of his sons, which, like, that's overkill. You don't need that many kids to go
Send
get...
like 2.
Yeah. Send the 2 oldest. Because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So he sends all 7 sons to the well to get water to baptize the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're at the well, they're, like, doing their shit. And they fucking get there. And the well is super, super deep, and there's only a little bit at the bottom. So they fucking put the bucket down, and, like, you know the thing where it's like a rope, you tie it to the bucket, you wheel it down with the, like, crank?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're doing that. Well, the rope is super old, and the rope breaks as they're trying to pull the fucking bucket back up, because it's too heavy. So they're trying to figure out how to get the bucket from the very deep bottom of the well back up, so they can baptize their little sister, so that when she dies... Well, yeah, but they don't have another bucket. And there's 7 kids, and they're fucking poor. And now there's 8 kids, and she's dying. They don't got the money for another bucket.
They gotta save up for a funeral.
Exactly. They gotta
do they
save
have to pay for funerals during this time?
I would assume so. They have to pay for the casket and shit.
And getting the kid dressed or whatever.
Just burn the kid.
Listen, when I die, I want to be cremated.
I want to be cremated too.
Be cremated and then turn me into a tree. But anyway.
Yes.
So they're taking forever because they're trying to figure out how to get this bucket from down deep in this well. And here's my idea. There's 7 of you. Just make a human chain.
That's what I was thinking.
In hopes of everyone being able to hold everybody.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. Like, just make a human chain.
You put the smallest one on the bottom, and then you just go from smaller to bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the top person would have to hold everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he could, like, anchor himself to the side of the well or something. Like, I don't know.
It's
It wouldn't be
fine.
that bad.
It's great, and it's, it's perfect logic, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, so they're taking forever, and the dad is like, dude, by the time they get back, she's gonna be fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, they're just dicking around, because he doesn't understand that the fucking thing broke. So he's like, man, fuck these kids. They're just dicking around. Like, they're not having any respect for me, or my wife, or their little sister who's dying. Fuck them kids. I wish that they were crows. And as he says that, 7 crows fly above his head. And he's like, huh, what a coinky dink. And then he goes inside. And then just, doesn't fucking care. Because the daughter ends up living. She makes it through. And by this time, she's like 16.
Oh, but they didn't notice the 7 missing boys?
Well, they just didn't care. Because they got their daughter.
For 16 years, they're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, those kids probably ran away because they're fucking dickheads.
Okay.
They're disrespectful.
Well, at least that's 7 less mouths to feed.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably what they were saying, too.
Probably.
So they raised this kid to believe that she's the only child, that she never had any siblings.
Obviously, they didn't want the kids around.
Well,
Yeah.
They were really just like, fuck the boys.
They
Yeah,
really just
fuck those
wanted a
guys.
baby girl. They were like, fuck them boys, man. I don't care. They don't care. They're not Lizzo. They don't like big boys. They don't like itty bitty boys. Mississippi boys. Inner city boys. I like a big beard. I like a clean face.
Okay.
They were like, I don't like any of that. They're like, no, we like girls. I like girls too. I get it. Anyway, so they're raising their daughter to believe she's the only child. She's never heard of her siblings. She's never even known that they exist.
Yeah.
Right? So she's just living her life thinking she's the only kid.
It's a little fucked up.
Yeah. She overhears one day her dad and her neighbor talking. And her neighbor's like, oh yeah, your 7 sons that you had, and they just fucking disappeared, She's like, what? 7 sons? Like, brothers? And the dad's like, oh shit, yeah.
My first thought would be, like, did my parents murder them?
That's,
You
listen.
probably wouldn't think that as a small child.
Well, she's 16.
She's 16, yeah. I would think that as a 16-year-old.
I probably wouldn't.
I was still the paranoid person I am today, so I'm like, oh shit, did you kill them? Did they die? Somehow they died. But also I'd be like, why the fuck didn't you tell me about them?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they just disappeared one day. They just fucking noped the fuck out. I don't know, but actually it was magic. So she's like, fuck this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look for my brothers, because I'm gonna do it. Like, if I found out I had a bunch of siblings I didn't know about, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna look for them.
Same.
You know about all your siblings, though.
Probably
Maybe
not.
That's
maybe
true.
I don't. You never know.
That's true.
Like, fucking, it's crazy. There's some shit out there that, like, maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Like, Kyle and Lindy and Ryan, they didn't know that they had a sibling. And
Yeah.
then fucking this year, or last year, we found out they did. And he's super tight. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Has the most adorable children I've ever seen in my life. And
Oh
I
my
would
God,
die
I
for
love
them.
so much.
God, I would die for them. Adorable. Especially Liz.
She's got the cutest little facial expression.
She's the
like,
Cutest fucking, because
Oh,
she's very
yeah.
polite. Where
Is she
she's
the
like,
youngest one?
Yeah,
She's
she's
like
the
the
Oh,
baby
she was
baby.
so little, though.
Yeah, she's like, I think she's 1.
Yeah.
She's so goddamn cute. She's so polite, and like, I'm that person where if like a kid doesn't want to come to me or hug me or high five me or whatever or talk to me,
Yeah.
I believe if I ever had kids, I would not raise them to think you have to hug them.
Yeah.
You have to do no. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'm the same
because
way.
I don't when I this is gonna sound fucked up, but like when I'm around family and we're all saying goodbye, I hate that I have to go and hug everyone.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very loving person, but I don't really love physically except with my husband.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only person that I've ever been like, I want a hug from you. I want love physically.
Yeah.
Except, I do like hugs from like my dad and my big brother. But like
Yeah.
those are it. Like I'll hug my mom and I'll feel okay, but like I don't really want to show my love and stuff with hugs.
Yeah.
Like high fives, sure. I hate handshakes so much.
They're weird.
They're so weird. When people introduce themselves to me and they go for a handshake, I'm like, can you not? I understand that it's polite. I understand that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't like it. I don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
You're a stranger. I don't want to touch you. Like, I have a really hard time hugging family. Like, I don't want to.
I'm the same way. I completely understand.
Yeah.
So I don't hug my family. Only certain people. And I've put my foot down to it a couple times too and told people no, like I'm not comfortable with it.
But so Liz is very much like, it's the cutest thing where you're like, hi Liz, can I say hi? And you like go to like hold her or whatever. And she like puts up her little hand and it's so cute. She smiles like this. She's like,
yeah, she does this really sweet
No.
smile, like, no, sorry.
yeah, and she'll either say no or she'll
Shake
just
her
like
head.
look at you and go, no. And it's so cute. And I'm like, that's what you need to raise your kids to do, because you know what? That's fine.
It's really cute.
It's
when she
cute,
does it, too.
adorable.
Like, I love being rejected by her because it's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's like
She's just like, she also like does the thing where she like puts her eyebrows down, like, you know when you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, where you like pity someone a little bit. She
Yeah.
does that and she smiles. She's like, no. And it's so cute. And I'm like, yes. And like even like Nathan.
That's teaching them how to set boundaries. Which is good.
Exactly. And like Nathan, if you're like, Nathan, can I have a hug? And he's like, no. And you're just like, okay.
Which
That's
is
fine.
90% of the time. That kid's just like, hey, Nathan, can I do something? No.
No. And
The
just
only
like,
thing
okay.
he'll say yes to is chocolate milk and want to play.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true. Or he does really like high fives for me. I'm like, can I have a
Sometimes.
high five? And he's like, fuck yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
god, imagine how cute it would be if that kid said fuck. I love when kids cuss.
that kid's
I think it's
adorable.
It's
I'm
so
really
funny,
proud,
though.
too.
Cussing children, as long as you know they're not using it as a hating term, if they're using it in the correct way, I don't think cuss words I don't understand why they're like so taboo and like, oh god.
Yeah.
That's something I've never understood my entire life. Like, why is
It's
this
a
wrong?
word.
It's a word.
Yeah.
Like, I say fuck more than any fucking person I've met except for my dad. I literally put fuck in the middle of words. Third fucking teen. She's
Yeah.
a
Fucking
fucking
dope.
dolt. Like, I just, it's a word. Like, it doesn't, as long as you're not using it to hurt people, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm the same way. It's just like it's just a word.
It's just a fucking word. So when, like, my little brother, when he was little, he used to go, ah, shit, if he dropped something. And I don't care. Like, yeah, he used it in the right term. He didn't
least
call
he's
you a
using
shitty person. Like,
At
he
least
just
he's
was
using
like,
it the
ah,
right
shit.
way.
If you're gonna cuss around little kids and expect them not to cuss, like, that's
You're
your
dumb.
problem.
Yeah. Kids hear everything and repeat it right back.
Yes, they do. And it's adorable when little kids are like, fuck. It's so cute. It's so fucking cute.
The only time I would be mad is if they weren't using the right way. Then I'd be like, use it the right way at least. I'll teach you how to use it the right way.
I don't know. I use
You can use
cuss
fuck
words.
Yeah.
in any situation.
Yeah, like when
Any
you're saying
sense,
that
any
shit's
spot.
awesome and you say that shit fucks.
Yeah, it fucks.
It fucks.
It fucks.
That shit fucks. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That shit's amazing. That shit's dope. That shit fucks. That's like my favorite thing in the fucking world. Anyway, this whole thing was to say that shit's whack, that she didn't know she had brothers, so she's gonna go find her brothers.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
she packs a little bag, she gets, some snacks, and she's off. So she walks to the end of the earth, and she goes to the sun, and she's like, oh god, it's too hot here. There's no way that they're here. So she walks to the other end of the earth, and this is, when, flat earthers, the sun's at one end, the moon's at the other.
Mhm.
Come at me, flat earthers. Let's fucking debate. Anyway, so she's at the sun. She's like, it's too hot here. She walks to the other end of the earth. She goes to the moon. She's like, brr, it's too cold here. So she goes, and she's like, I just, I don't know where they could live. So she goes to a star, and it's just right. Which doesn't make sense because the sun is a star.
Yeah, but it's a really
Yeah.
blue one.
Whatever. Either way. Dude, you know what freaks me out? Looking at stars is looking at the past.
Don't even get started on space right
Let's, yeah.
Guys,
She
pause,
went to a star.
guys, pause really quick. Just so all y'all listening know, if you don't already know, talking about space gives me an existential crisis. So,
now. It really does.
it
Yeah.
really does. It freaks me out. So we're going to skip over space really quick. She goes to the star.
Yeah.
The star is like, here's this key, but it's a chicken bone. So here's this chicken bone. And use it as a key. And she's like, all right, cool. What the fuck do I use it as? And he's like, you need to go to the glass mountain. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is a glass mountain? And then she's like, okay, cool. And I'm like, what the fuck is a glass mountain? Like, what?
Maybe it's made of glass.
Well, yeah,
It's
but
probably
like,
something you have to be a local to know about.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. Maybe it's ice.
Yeah.
But whatever. So she goes to the glass mountains, and she's searching around, and she finally finds a door into the glass mountain, which that makes sense. And she tries to open it, and it doesn't open because it's locked. She's like, fuck.
Use your fucking key.
And it was like, you were given a key. He told you to use the key.
Well, you're not wrong. So she goes to pull out the key, the chicken bone, but it's gone. She lost it.
Wow.
Yeah.
She fucked up.
Irresponsible, okay? So then she's like, oh, what can I use now? And she's like, oh, I have tiny fucking pinkies. So she cuts off her pinky and uses her pinky.
Why?
She uses her pinky bone to unlock the fuck. She basically just picks the lock with her fucking pinky bone.
Okay.
And when she goes in, there's a dwarf in there, and he's like, sup? And she's like, hey, I'm looking for my brothers. And he's like, who are your brothers? She's like, I don't know, there's 7 of them. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. How about you come and sit here? I'm gonna set the table for dinner, but you can't eat because you don't live here. And she's like, oh, okay. So she's sitting there, and he sets the table for the 7 crows. His crow lords is what he calls them, which is like sick. Nice. Crow lords. Good band name. So he sets the
Hold
table. He sets the table for these crow lords, and he puts the food and the drinks and the fucking goblets or whatever, and it's all nice, and then he leaves, and he's like, all right, just wait here for them to get home. She's like, all right, lit. So she's sitting there, and she's staring at all this food. Her mouth is watering. She's like, I can't. Like, you know when you sneak a little bit of someone's food when they go to the bathroom at the restaurant? Like, you sneak a fry?
I just do it in front of him.
Well, yeah, but like, you know what I'm talking about?
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Yeah. So she does that, but with every plate and every cup. And when she picks up the last cup, she has a ring on, and it drops into the goblet, and she doesn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts the cup down, and then she hears the crows are coming, and she's like, oh shit, I gotta hide. For some reason, even though, like, the guy told her to wait there. But, like, whatever. So she hides, and then the crows come in, and they, like, are looking at the food, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, can't wait for dinner. And then they look at the food, and they're like, someone took a bite out of every single one of our plates. Who the fuck did this? And then the fucking other guy is like, someone took a drink out of all of our drinks. What the hell? And then the last one, the youngest brother, the youngest crow, he looks into his goblet and sees a ring that used to be his father's. And he's like, oh my god, guys, look at this ring. It's our dad's. Could it be that our sister is here to come save us? For some reason, he knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I wish that my sister were here. That's so cool. And then she comes out and she's like, guys, it's me. Hello. Yes, I've never met you before. You're complete strangers, but we're brother and sisters. or brothers and sister. And they're like, yay! And then they turn into humans and they go home and they live happily ever after.
This all makes so much sense.
It's perfect logic.
Ah, yes.
Yay!
Woo!
So that is the 7 crows. That does not make any sense.
Dude, what do you think the parents thought when they came walking back with all 7
Right?
brothers?
They're like, oh shit.
Oh, fuck. So we definitely looked for you.
Yeah, we totally looked for you for like totally more than 5 seconds.
I definitely didn't
Totally.
wish you guys into crows.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. We're so glad you're home.
Woo.
Can't wait to feed all 7 of you and our daughter, making it 8 children.
Wow, we've just really missed you.
You know what would have been cool
Yay.
if they went back to the glass mountain and just stayed there where food just kind of popped up? That would
Well,
have
yeah, but that's not what they did.
been, well,
So yeah. Yep.
seems like a real happy reunion.
I guess, which is kind of weird for the Brothers Grimm. There was only a little bit of, like, she cut off her pinky.
Slight weirdness, mutilation, pinky cutting off.
Pinky cutting.
Pinky cutting.
Excellent.
It sounds like something you would do to cocaine.
Pinky cutting.
You probably do.
Oh, god, that booger sugar.
That butter. Did you just say, oh god, that butter sugar?
Booger sugar? Booger sugar is cocaine.
Oh. That makes so much sense now.
Booger sugar?
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Oh, well, Yep.
I've heard sugar burger.
I haven't heard that before either, but it made absolute sense to me as soon as
It
you
makes
said
sense because, well, at first I heard butter sugar.
Yum.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah. So, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Pour that shit on top of a cake.
Yeah. Butter sugar.
Mm.
You put butter sugar on everything.
Sugar booger.
Sugar booger.
Booger sugar.
Gross.
Booger sugar.
Anyway. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to this whack-ass
Unthemed episode.
unorganized episode.
I came up with a theme, actually.
What's your theme?
In both stories, a random person eats the people's food right out of their house.
That's
and
what
then
I-
they come home
That's
and
one
they're
of the
like,
things we were thinking about.
"What? Somebody's been eating my food." And then they're like, "What? Somebody's been drinking my drink." And they're like, "Yeah, and that somebody left their shit here in my drink." And then like the bears were like, "What? Somebody ate my food." And then they're like,
And destroyed
"What?
my
Somebody sat
house.
in my chair." And they're like, "What? Someone's in my fucking bed." Yeah.
True.
There's the connection. I don't know what you call it, but there it is.
The theme is eating other human... strangers eating your food in your own house.
Hey, stranger.
That's the theme.
Yep.
So, hopefully the hands on the side of the road turn out to be gloves.
We'll
Turn up the
update you.
hands.
We'll update you when we find out if they were gloves or hands.
Yeah.
Hopefully they were gloves. I'm really, really, really scared that they were hands. Like, on like a one side, I'm like, logically, they're gloves. But on the other side, logically, they were fucking hands. So,
I vote
We're-
for hands.
we're
But
gonna
why
find
would
out.
you leave hands on the side of the freeway?
Maybe they
Ted
fell out.
Bundy used to throw fucking clothes and murder weapons and shit out of his car all the time.
Yeah,
After
but-
murders, he went on a frenzy and just threw shit out of his car.
But
I know
maybe-
that,
maybe
but-
the hands fell out while they were taking the bodies to go bury them.
Yeah, maybe they slammed the trunk shut on their hands, and so the hands were just like flopping, and then they flopped too much, and then they just fell.
This
God,
all
that's an
makes
image.
sense.
That is a great image.
This makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so hopefully they're just gloves. We'll update you if they are hands. Oh dear God. I will vomit. It'll be fine.
As long as you don't vomit on me, I'm okay.
That's exactly what Lindy said. She was like, just don't vomit on my shoes.
Yeah.
My shoes are very special.
Yeah.
Project it another direction.
Yeah, so cool. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go to our website. Please send us your stories, your favorite childhood stories, stories that you've heard recently that are fucked up, true crime stories. I don't care.
Whatever.
It could be stories that you've made up, just ass pulled. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Pulled straight out of your ass.
Ass pull that shit.
Just make up stories and send it to us. They could be reoccurring dreams that you've been having, things that have happened to you,
Fairy
that are
tales
like,
you were told that none of us know about.
or we may know about, and you just want to hear them.
Yeah, anything.
Literally any stories that you want to send us, send them.
Send us
send us-
pictures of your animals.
Yep, pictures of your dogs, your cats, your alpacas, any animal. I'm about it. Send us
Yes.
pictures of your food. Send us recipes. I don't care.
Oh, yes, recipes.
Just send us stuff.
We just really need friends.
We just want you to love us.
We just need a friend group is bigger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anyway, have a good night, have a good day, have a good work, have a good drive, have a good cleaning your apartment, and witch please!
Shablam.